Earlier we have learned how do we calculate total possible outcomes. In this video we are going to go back to finding out probability of these events. So for the first example, let's say we have a bag containing 4 red caps and 6 blue caps. One cap is drawn at random. What is the probability that the cap we have drawn at random is a red cap? First question. Second question, it is not a red cap. So let's visualize. So these are our 4 red caps and 6 blue caps. So what is the total possible outcome? Total possible outcome is 10. We have 10 total caps. So the outcomes favoring picking a red cap will be equal to 4 because we have 4 red caps. So the probability of R, or R for picking a red cap, will be simply 4 divided by 10 or 0.4. For the second question, probability of not picking a red cap. Now recall that picking a red cap and not picking a red cap, these two are complementary events, and that sum of probability of complementary events is equal to 1. So P of R plus P of not R, they are complementary events. When we add them, we should get 1. We have just now calculated P of R, which is 0.4. So we can simply say that P of not R will be 1 minus 0.4 or 0.6. So quickly recall that in this particular example, because we have only 2 sets of things, red cap and blue cap, so not red is also equal to blue in this example. So we could have also found out probability of picking a blue cap, which would have been 6 divided by 10 or 0.6. Let's take a look at our second example. Let's say we have a box that contains 3 red phones, 5 blue phones, and 7 black phones. So one phone is picked at random. What is the probability that we pick a red phone? First question. Second question, we pick a blue phone. And third question, we pick a phone that is not a black phone. So let's visualize. So these are all the phones that we have. We have 3 red phones, we have 5 blue phones, and we have 7 black phones. So what are the total possible outcomes? Total possible outcomes are 3 plus 5 plus 7 equal to 15. So the first question is probability of picking a red phone. So P of R, or P of red, will be simply 3 divided by 15 or 1 divided by 5. For the second question, probability of picking a blue phone will be P of blue, which will be simply 5 divided by 15 or 1 divided by 5. Or 1 divided by 3, I should say. Now, probability of picking not a black phone. Now recall that not a black phone and a black phone, they are complementary events. So the probability of not black phone plus probability of black phone should be equal to 1. So we can say that probability of not black will be equal to 1 minus probability of black. So now we can very easily calculate probability of black phone, which will be simply 7 divided by 15, because we have 7 black phones and there are total 15 phones. So we can take 7 over 15 and substitute over here. So that will give us probability of not black. So which will be simply equal to 1 minus 7 divided by 15, or it will be 8 over 15.